This is Peter Hart from Clark & Hart, and I'm here today with Steve Barrett from Crawford's Auto Body about aftermarket parts and how they affect the consumer.
An aftermarket part is a replica of the original equipment manufacturer. OEM parts have been crash tested. OEM parts go through a lot of very stringent checking and testing to make sure that they fit properly, that they sustain impact properly, and that they're safe parts for the consumer.
And OEM again means?
OEM means original equipment manufacturer. We have collision repair facilities that are contracted with insurance companies, and because their contract stipulates...
Yeah, and I pulled out my insurance policy. It actually says that you can use used parts. Does that mean that you go to a junkyard?
Used salvage parts are a big problem in our industry because it's another way for the insurance carrier to save the cost of the repair.
What scares me, Steve, is dealing with wheels.
You know, this whole process all started because you had a wheel that was scratched and somebody was good at repairing aluminum wheels, and then somebody sat back and said, I can make a living doing this. So it's gotten totally out of hand because the reconditioned wheel, there's no way again to check the integrity of the reconditioned wheel.
So you at Crawford's here, Steve, how do you handle a situation when that comes into you, where the insurance company says, well, we want you to use a used part here to save us some money?
We tell the appraiser that we don't use reconditioned wheels. We also have the discussion with the owner of the vehicle and the consumer and let the consumer make the choice. If the consumer chooses to allow that reconditioned wheel to be installed on their car, then we ask a waiver to be signed.
Does the consumer have to pay extra money sometimes to use a brand new part?
It all depends on who the insurance carrier is and what relationship the consumer has with the insurance carrier. You have the right to have a new wheel put on your car.
You have to read the insurance contract. You got to look at the details and compare apples to apples when picking a carrier.
If consumers read their insurance policies and understood the language within the policy, or took their policy to an attorney and said, what are my rights to this policy, there'd be a major changeover in the way policies are written, because consumers would have a better understanding of what they're paying for.